Greetings. This is Smriti Kamath and I am currently pursuing my MSc Clinical Psychology from Christu Jayanti College. My roll number is 22 MPLA 25. This video is going to be about journaling. It's going to cover what journaling is, some of its types, how you can practice it and how that can help you. So what is journaling? Journaling refers to regularly recording one's thoughts, feelings, experiences and observations. So the next question is going to be, what do you need? And the answer is anything you have available. So you can go and purchase a fancy, pretty looking journal, or if that is intimidating for you, you can also recycle an old notebook in which you have already written and have pages remaining at the end. The point is to get your thoughts and feelings down. And you can also go digital and use your laptop or phone or even your iPad, and all of these have apps designated for the same. For the materials, you can use all the stationery you have and go all in. Or if you don't want to do that and you don't have the time, you can also just go with a plain old ball pen. The question of how to get started is where a lot of people feel stuck when it comes to journaling. So here are some pointers to keep in mind. The first one is to start out small and not keep huge expectations from yourself. The second one is to select your medium, the one that is most comfortable for you. Here, it is important to keep in mind that while journaling digitally might be more easy and convenient, journaling physically would give you the freedom to draw and make doodles and more flexibility. The third one is to pick a time in the day that suits you, so that you can establish a sort of routine with journaling. The fourth one is to not worry about how it looks and the aesthetics of it all, or even the grammar and punctuation for that matter. A precaution to keep in mind is to keep your journal safe, whether it be digital or physical. If it's a digital journal, you can protect it with a password, or if it's a physical journal, you can keep it in a safe place. This will ensure that you feel more comfortable sharing your thoughts and feelings in the journal without having to worry about somebody else seeing it. So now I'm going to take you through some of the types of journaling that you can try out. The first one is called as gratitude journaling. Now this one's a very short and simple one, and you can do this when you don't have a lot of time and don't want to put a lot of energy into journaling. All you have to do is write down 3 things from your day that you are grateful for, and you have to describe how they're making you feel or how they made you feel. The next type is called as stream of consciousness journaling. Now this is very helpful when it comes to not knowing what you want to write about, because in this one you write about all of your thoughts as they are flowing through your head. Even if the only thing that you can think of is that you don't know what to write, you start off by writing, I don't know what to write. And you go on until a new random thought pops up in your head. The next type of journaling that I would like to introduce you to is called as prayer journaling. In this type, you write your journal as if you are writing a letter addressed to God and telling God about your thoughts, feelings, and your worries, etc. The next type of journaling is creative journaling or art journaling, and this one is the most fun one because it gives you the freedom and flexibility to do anything you want. You can paste decorative pieces of paper, you can paste your bus ticket or your train ticket, you can use stickers, you can use paint, you can use colors, you can use anything you want. And if you want ideas for the same, Pinterest is filled with them. The last type of journaling that I would like to introduce you to is bullet journaling. Now this one is very simple, very easy, and also very time saving because you don't have to write in long sentences. You only have to make pointers and write about anything. It can be the best parts of your day, things that you're grateful for. It can be things that you did during the day, and so on. You may want to spend varying amounts of time journaling every single day, and you can be the judge of your journaling schedule and figure out what works for you. But according to research, journaling for 15 minutes 3 to 5 times a week can significantly help you boost your physical as well as mental health. So, why to practice journaling? Journaling can be good for your mental health. So first thing is, when you write about your negative thoughts, it can help you create some distance and space between yourself and them and look at them more objectively. For example, if you're having some worrisome thoughts and you're overthinking, you find yourself overthinking, then you can write it as I am having the thought that, and write whatever your thought is. And this can help you create some space and realize that your thoughts are not a reality. Second is that it can also help you process your emotions better, especially in regards to stressful events or emotional events. And this can help with not suppressing our emotions but instead dealing with them. And this will also help us at times find out if our emotions are trying to communicate something to us. Like for example, sometimes when we feel angry, it is because maybe a boundary of ours is being violated. So when we are writing about our emotions and trying to explore where they are coming from, we can try to find out what action to take that can make us feel better. It has also been seen that journaling can help people who are coping with emotional trauma, which is associated with PTSD. Writing about our emotions can also help us manage them better. And another thing is that it can also encourage us to seek out support. So when people write about stressful events, it can motivate some to seek out external support because it makes the event less threatening because you have already processed it to some degree. So it can get easier to identify that you need somebody else's help as well and try to approach them. Another thing to note is that not only is journaling good for our mental health, but it can also be good for our physical health. Research shows that it can help speed up physical recovery, it can lower our blood pressure, increase our general well-being, and also help reduce stress-related doctor visits. It has also been seen that college students who journal about their stressful life events are less likely to fall sick than those who journal about, for example, neutral experiences. It can also help you understand yourself better. So, what are some challenges that you can encounter while practicing journaling? So, the first one is not being able to find time. So for this one, you can try journaling during your commute or right before you fall asleep or any other very small breaks that you get. If need be, you do not have to spend a lot of time on journaling. The second one is all or not thinking. So even if we decide that we will journal every single day, we can feel very demotivated when we miss out on one day and then we might stop altogether. So it's important to avoid that and be compassionate with ourselves that even if you miss out on one day, it's okay to carry on from the next day. The next one is when you are having a tough day. So it can be difficult to journal or write about your thoughts and feelings, especially when you're having a bad day, because you might not want to write about these negative things that are going on in your head. And for some people, writing about negative thoughts might also make it worse. So in that case, the thing is that journaling can actually help you boost your mood in such times. You can use positive prompts. For example, something that made me smile today was something I'm looking forward to tomorrow is, and then you can fill that in. Or you can also do gratitude journaling. Another one is not feeling motivated to journal. And in such cases, you can set up a reward system for yourself that if you journal, then you get to read 5 extra pages or watch one YouTube video. Another common one is simply forgetting to journal, and that is something that has also happened with me. And what can help is to decide a particular time in the day when you are going to journal and making it a part of your routine so that it doesn't slip your mind. And the last one is feeling like you are bad at it. And that is a very sad one, because you do not have to worry about how your journal looks. It is more about your experience, and it's important to have fun with it, or even just trying to explore what works for you and not focusing on the aesthetic or how nicely or how well you are able to express yourself. What is important is that you are taking that step to work on yourself. How to know if journaling is not for you? So the first thing is, if you find yourself constantly ruminating over your day and everything that you're doing because you know you're gonna write about it later, then maybe it's good to step back. The second one is, journaling immediately after a traumatic incident is not a good idea because it has been seen to make things worse. Third, if it is increasing your levels of depression or anxiety, then it is better to take a step back. And a final note is that journaling may also not be suited for you if you have histories with severe traumas or psychiatric disorders. So it's best to see whether or not it is suited for you. Journaling might not work for everybody. So I have had a very long relationship with journaling, and I think I have been journaling ever since I have been in 5th grade. That is when I was 10 years old. And initially I started off with the Dear Diary format, and then I started doing a sort of creative journaling. I did not know it was called that, but now I can place it. So what I used to do was, I used to collect all the tickets, all the bus tickets, flight tickets, chocolate wrappers, flowers, everything that I can possibly collect, and I used to paste it and then write about it. Any greeting cards that I got, everything. There is a journal bag at home that is really bulky. I think I have 2 of them when I did it, but eventually I lost patience and then I stopped doing that, and then I moved into stream of consciousness journaling, where I would just write about my thoughts, not in a structured way. I also tried to structure them out at times, but then that would take a lot of effort, so I stopped doing it. And last year I tried out gratitude journaling, and I used to do it at night before sleeping. So I saw that it really was helpful, because it really helps you end the day in a positive note, because when you try to think of all the things you are grateful for, at times you can also think of more than 3, and it just leaves you feeling really grateful. And if you're having a bad day, then thinking about what you're grateful for and then writing about how it made you feel really helps you hold on to that experience and that emotion. So even if I had a bad day, writing about it has made me feel good. But I eventually stopped doing that as well, because I stopped journaling at night. Currently, I have been journaling in the morning. So I usually go about it by writing about what I want to do during the day, and that helps me feel less overwhelmed and not ruminate on all the things that I might have to do. So it helps me structure my day. So I write down sort of like a bullet format, but I also make it a checklist, and I write down everything and all the timings, and so that I don't feel like I'm gonna forget something, and otherwise it's constantly in my head. So that way journaling has really helped me. And this is also from an art journaling session that we recently had in a class. So this is what I did. I kind of had to leave it midway because I was out of time. I think this was the first time I tried art journaling as such, specifically. I went in with a quote, and then I just used whatever I had, which was a bunch of highlighters. So that is my experience. I really hope that you learned from this video, and then I really hope that you try journaling. And yeah, you can comment your experience down below if you do. Okay, thank you for watching. Give this video a like and subscribe to this channel for more health psychology related videos.